around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley. And we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, baby. Let's go!
Check out!
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. The give is to Bell. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Luck. It's caught by Herndon. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 47 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A quick throw out wide, caught by Crowder. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. But look now at our starting defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them contributing.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is going to be 49er football.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A check on Breida's numbers from last week. 10 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Steady base.
Hey, pick your game up. Slam.
Hard. Ready.
On first down, here's Breida. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now it's Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Pick up the ball. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch it.
Hey, lock it.
Safety's creeping.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Hey, seam 6.
53's mine.
Big grip.
Here we go on 4th. Smith. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Locke off the bootleg. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Throwing on 3rd down. Locke gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. On first down, it's Bell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's got Herndon, his tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. Oh, and he's taken down here by his face mask by the looks of it. And a penalty flag is going to give him much better starting position. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's Breida. And an alley to run. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, the game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. New York set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points. Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quan Alexander make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They run with Breida. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, 49ers. Andy Isabella, 82 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. So let's see, that was 3rd and 2. They hit the short pass, having the first down. He said, well, let's get a little more than the first down, all the way into the end zone.
And I know this is the NFL, and 3rd and 2 isn't necessarily a rundown. I think most of the time you play it as a passing down. But you can disguise it a little bit, right? You can show heavy run formation, make it look that way, and still throw the football effectively, as we just saw there. And he's still running, isn't he?
He stopped now, and he got 6 points for it. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Matt Breida in the offense heading back out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that carries over now to October, because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started, at the end of last season. right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Able to find Isabella. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Set. 15 line. 15 line. 80 weapons. Hey, Charlie. 5.
On first and 10, Smith. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Now Smith throwing again. This one caught by Isabella. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 42. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Crouch. Back, back, back.
Like, go.
Throwing again is Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You see me? You see me?
So we have come to half. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on first and 10. Breida to get the third quarter started. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
This is Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. On third down, Malone. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now a give to Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Smith. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 26. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now a play fake, and it's Love. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. We talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
On first down, it's Love. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Bell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, here's Love. Herndon's got it complete. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big...
This is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the handoff, this is Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Smith. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Look at me. Go. Yo, back.
Here's Smith to throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Switch. Shift. Check nickel. Check. Safe.
On 4th down, Smith. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw is Locke. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Quan Alexander has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's Locke under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Locke, and the pressure gets to him again. Quan Alexander, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They run again with Breida. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, exit. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Look at me. Zipper. Rock it.
Smith going to throw it. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Fair.
Check. Watch the safety creep. He's coming.
We got 61. Matchbox lights. Hey, zoom.
Fresno.
24. Check 24.
Check, check. Lucky. Deuce.
Leo. Fight.
Smith to throw again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Tight end right. Hey, we got 3 down.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
You don't know no better.
Mike's 22.
Look, squeeze.
Shift.
Get it.
Out of the gun, Smith. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So the victory here for San Francisco, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field, so you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for San Francisco, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.